They came from the streets, no crown, no gold, just a bond so tight, unbreakable and bold. David's got the fire, young and wild, pops with the wisdom, old school style. Hand in hand, they rise, no fear, no shame. Every ring they step in, they're changing the game. Underdogs, but watch them climb to the top. David and Pops, the fight never stops. Ragtag kings, we run this town. David and Pops, we ain't backing down. From the bottom to the throne, we rise above. In the ring, it's blood, sweat, and love. We're the best tag team, you better believe. Ragtag kings, it's our time to seize.
Yeah, it's shitty right now.
Taking hits to ropes, flying high with grace. Pops with the power, putting fools in the place. They got that grit, they got that heart. Terror apart teams right from the start. From the youngest lions to the old-wise wolves. They know how to fight, how to break the rules. No one can match the chemistry they bring. Together they're unbreakable, tag team kings. Ragtag kings, we run this town. David and Pops, we ain't backing down. From the bottom to the throne, we rise above. In the ring, it's blood, sweat, and love. We're the best tag team, you better believe. Ragtag kings, it's our time to seize. Pops with the lock, David with the dive. In every battle, we come out alive. No matter the odds, no matter the pain. David and Pops always bring the rain. Ragtag kings, we run this town. David and Pops, we ain't backing down. From the bottom to the throne, we rise above. In the ring, it's blood, sweat, and love. We're the best tag team, you better believe. Ragtag kings, it's our time to seize. We're coming for glory, coming for pride. David and Pops always side by side. Ragtag kings, forever we reign. In the ring of legends, remember our name. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Good morning, good evening, everything,
Good morning.
all of
Yeah.
that jazz.
All that good stuff. Yeah.
How is everybody today on this wonderful Monday evening?
All right, we're here a little early. We're here
We're not
oh,
early.
Tuesday.
Well, yeah.
Well, we're not doing it on Tuesday, is what I'm trying to say.
We're a day early. I gotcha. We'll get right into it because I seen that Blue said Triple H called in a favor from Big Daddy to try and back his lie after firing Ron Killings. Which will bring us into our first topic of, can we stop calling Ron Killings R-Truth? Because
Okay.
he's not going to be taken seriously if you keep calling him fucking R-Truth. He's supposed to be Ron Killings. He's not supposed to be the comedy character.
The truth. Ron, the truth.
Yeah, but stop
Sure.
calling him R-Truth. It's commentary's killing it when they're
Right.
going, R-Truth, Ron Killings. No, it's call him Ron Killings or the truth.
I understand. That's what I'm saying.
That was just something I had to get off my chest. I don't know if everyone else feels that way. He did say something on the pod on a.
Can't see the chat. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was another thing. He is the only active WWE superstar from the Attitude Era.
Attitude Era. That's right. And he's got the attitude, so
Does have the
let's
attitude.
start using it.
That brings me to I don't know. You have all the topics as well, which is something you would like to talk about. Did I send you the topics? I don't think I did.
No, you just told me to add one.
Yeah, and then we're not even going to talk about it because there's too much. We'll talk about one thing off of that.
The one thing we are referencing, or I was referencing to Pops, the AAA Mania event happened over the weekend, and we were gonna go over the card, but I didn't. I really don't want to butcher a lot of the names, so I will just say that the Los Garzas from WWE are now the AAA Tag Team Champions. So we live in a world where the WWE, an active WWE superstar tag team, has another promotions tag team championship.
Right. I didn't know they won.
I didn't watch it at all. It was very. I didn't know it was this weekend.
Right. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't either.
All right, pick a topic.
I don't have them.
I sent them to you on a Discord message.
Okay.
They're all
So
right
now
here.
I have to pull up a Discord message.
This guy.
Wouldn't it be just as easy for you to?
Or you could just have some sort of input. Starting at the top will be topic 1. And then down to the last one is the last topic that will.
I'm supposed to remember things. I can't remember yesterday. Sometimes. So, yeah. You gonna look at them or?
All right, so let's go in because Pops doesn't understand what I'm saying. Will
You want me to?
CM Punk
You want me to go to the chat,
No.
but I can't go to the chat without getting out of here.
I don't want you to talk anymore. I want you to. Let's bring up the old famous tweet
Okay.
from CM Punk.
Okay, which one? Where he's not going to work Saudi?
Yeah.
Is that the topic we're on? Okay.
Yeah.
I've now pulled up what you wanted me to.
There is a famous tweet by Fox Sports had posted a tweet of The Miz, and it says, "Oh, sorry I didn't change the culture." And CM Punk replied with the following words of, "Go suck a blood money covered dick in Saudi Arabia, you fucking dork."
This is all when he was with AEW.
No, this was in 2020 when he was sitting at home.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, money will do a lot of things to you. And for a guy like CM Punk, money will make him go to Saudi Arabia.
So you fast forward.
He doesn't have any morals.
You fast forward 5 years, and what I'm presuming is going to be the main event of Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's going to be CM Punk versus John Cena. At first, I didn't think he was actually going to do it. Because it was in Saudi
Punk 4 years ago or 5 years ago? Wouldn't have.
You say Punk 40 years ago?
No, 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, no.
Okay. When he was with AEW, wouldn't have done something like that. But now he's come to the age. Phil's come to the age where he's old.
Well, I think.
And whatever money he can make, he's going to make.
I don't know. I really thought like it would be like the week before and he would get. I'm hoping it'll be like the week before he gets injured and to stay true to his morals, but I don't think he's going to. I think it's going to be.
There's no such thing as morals anymore.
I will say this: he is saving the John Cena retirement tour. That's what a lot of people are saying. but they had the money match right there at Money in the Bank, and they threw it away for a Logan Paul moonsault spot that he tore his MCL on. Again.
Right.
I think he tore his MCL.
Who?
Logan Paul.
Oh, well. Oh, fuck, who cares? Hopefully his plane blows up on his way over there.
Okay, let's not say that. Jesus
Ah,
Christ.
Sorry, I don't like Logan Paul. I don't have to like him.
Speaking of people we don't like, possible rumors of Goldberg coming back tonight on tonight's Monday Night Raw to confront Gunther again. Old, washed up wrestling. I don't like it.
And if you listen to everybody out there, that's what they're saying. They're saying that Triple H and TKO or whatever is trying to get the nice, they're trying to bring the old folk back, give them another run, but that's giving up on the young talent. And by young talent, I mean, guys like the Usos, this and that, Sami Zayn, who's not young. They're not. These guys aren't young, but they deserve a little legitimate runs. And instead of bringing a guy back, good Goldberg, what are you gonna do? He's gonna lose. He's not gonna. They're not gonna give the belt to him. And if they give the belt to him, that would be the stupidest thing in the world to fucking take the belt off of fucking Jay to begin with.
Yeah, Jay losing the belt to Gunther, I get it. It's like, oh, shock, ooh, scary, shock value. I don't like it.
I feel like his dad did.
I will bring that video up in a second. I'm looking up the because I seen the.
It's another topic I see.
So, everyone wants to bring up how, Jey Uso became a main eventer because he got the Intercontinental Championship. He held it for 28 days.
All right.
Oh, Jey Uso, he was a world champion. He can't be booked to the moon. 51 days. Exactly. He is. Unfortunately, Triple H and TKO are running the WWE into the ground. A lot of people aren't agreeing with what this next video. See, I agree with everything he says in this.
This is what I feel.
Everything he says, the man speaks the word.
So this is 4 minutes, so we're going to listen to this real quick.
This is what I feel. I feel that those are writing for this kid, his storyline, you didn't do him justice. You didn't feed this champion right talent to be able to continue to make this champion. Not a fair shot in my eyes. So you go 51 days. I say fire. Fire those that are writing for this kid here. If you can't come up with something simple to promote and push your champion, that you, not me, you decide to put this kid in that position. And then that's it. All of a sudden, the brains done went, just cloudy, like you can't write. You can't think of an angle for Jay. Well, if you can't do your job, I say, best endeavors. Get the hell out the way. Put somebody in that position. Because the longer you keep the belt on this kid, the longer we talk about what's good for business. Merchandise sales to the roof. That's what it is. Last I know.
Through the roof's not the word.
If you can't make money for the company, why are you in that position?
Everybody in the fucking fans are wearing his shirt.
So now they pass the belt on.
Babies all the way up to fucking senior citizens.
For whatever reason. Hey, I ain't got no beef with Gunther. I ain't got no beef with any of those that are on the roster. I ain't got no.
Can you pause it for a second?
And if I do,
You see, maybe that's why they're upset. They wanted the John Cena fucking tour to sell those fucking t-shirts and this and that and la la. And I bet you $1,000 fucking dollars that there's more people buying the Yeet shit and the fucking glasses and, you know, and not buying them hats and shit. And that's why fucking TKO is upset with it. Go ahead.
No, yeah, exactly. And they're not pushing the what is selling. They're gonna push this.
I'm gonna say it to your face, because that's just the type of man I am. But let me back up. Good luck. Good luck if that's what your choice is, to go that way. But let me back up and continue my thoughts on my son as far as, you know, his run as the world champion. I didn't think it was justice. I didn't think it was fair. 51 days, that was it. I mean, in a Continental Belt, a short run, that was it. Like, what is it? What is it against my boy that you just feel like when you had done that to Randy Orton, if you threw the belt on Randy Orton for him, would you have done that to, you know, John Cena?
And that's what got me, is the fact that he brings up, you wouldn't do that to Randy Orton. You didn't do it to Cody. Because when you gave Cody the belt, he held it for so much longer.
Right.
Randy Orton, if he gets the belt, will hold it for so long. And I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying...
And Rikishi isn't saying they're not good. He's just saying that he believes his son, which I agree with him, has a, you know, unless they turn around and they give them boys the fucking tag team titles and then let them fucking keep it for fucking 2-3 years or whatever, then that will be fine. Then maybe they'll make up for it. But I don't believe they're going to do that either.
All right, we'll finish this out and then we'll talk about his continuous booking.
Right.
I mean, let's talk about it. Because last I knew, the last time we seen WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, damn it, he had the whole arena.
The whole arena.
The whole arena.
Shaking.
Yeet, yeet, yeet your motherfucking ass yeet.
I was eating.
So come on.
On one foot.
Come on. Somebody tell me. Tell me, what is it? The bloodline has gave our heart and soul to this industry. 75 plus years, past, present, and future. And damn it, this is the way we treat it. This is the way y'all look at us. That's just ain't right, man. Ain't right. We've never been a problem. We've always been the source. The last I knew, the bloodline, from Roman Reigns all the way down to the Usos, continuing on to Sepha, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu. The last I knew, back when it was COVID, fans were on the screen of TV. Who kept WWE afloat? Come on. You want to talk? Y'all want to go there? Let's go facts, man. Let's do facts.
Even though I hated it.
This was way before TKO came in the picture.
And he's right. It's way before TKO came in. And
this is what I feel.
Oh, shut up. You talked enough.
Right, and but he has many truths, and his family has done. I mean, I remember back in the day of, you know, the Wild Samoans and this and that, and blah, blah. And they were constantly, you know, they would get the belts, they would, you know, hold it for a little bit, and then, you know, their flavor of the week fucking tag team would come along, and they'd give the belts up to them, and this and that, and blah, blah. They never had, like, a legitimate run as tag team champions, and they deserved it. There's a very good family. The Chief. I mean, Rocky's grandfather and this and that. Rocky's probably only one out of them that got legit runs at stuff and this and that. Like his father, Rocky Johnson. I fucking loved them when I was a kid, and they did the same things. They were, him and SD Jones got the belt. And then, it was like, okay, let's make some headlines for the first black tag team to ever win the championships. And then, yeah, we'll take it away from them.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And then, to turn around and then, have this
Right there, like Lou said.
To have this spot in the King of the Ring and be like, oh, it's a mystery, and then be like, oh, it's Jey Uso.
Right. This brings us on to that. Are they booking Jey Uso correctly? No, they're not. There's no way that. And I just gave you a scenario. Like I said,
if he doesn't win the King of the Ring, I want to see him take some time off, and then give Jimmy.
That's what he's supposed to be doing. I heard.
Give Jimmy a push. I want to see Jimmy with a singles run, even if it's give him a 51-day run. Shit on him,
small,
too, I guess.
Whatever.
But then bring them back together, give them tag team titles, and let them run.
Run with it.
And they don't go up against anyone else other than the New Day to take them back.
Right, because that would be the best.
It would be the perfect, poetry, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, I see it like that. I think it is. This is the return of the Usos as a tag team. That's the way I would like to see it, and I'd like to put some respect on them. A little bit longer run.
But then also, that'll bring us into our next one. I'm sick of going onto Twitter and seeing this one got buried. This one get buried for this and this. Oh my God! Push this one. I'm gonna keep it real with everyone. I love pro wrestling. I kind of hate the internet wrestling community because
which we are part of.
You can't push Carmelo Hayes, Karrion Kross, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, John Cena. You can't push them all. You can't push everybody. Give them time.
Right.
I know it's a fucking double-edged sword of what we just said, but we're defending the people that have been there. Carmelo Hayes can still has many years. Karrion Kross can leave the company tomorrow and get signed by AEW or TNA or New Japan.
But I mean, I'm sorry. I think he deserves some sort of push.
Exactly.
He's one of them guys that do deserve a push.
Yeah, I would love to see, but I want to see Karrion Kross in a world championship position, not...
Right, yeah. I hear you.
Not a mid-card. He's not a mid-card guy. Would Andrade be a great mid-card guy?
Andrade, yes, you are right.
Yeah, he needs a push. Put him on the mid-card. But then everyone's going to get mad, like Sponge said, people want stories, don't want to wait. And that's the ADHD generation we live in.
Right, we don't want to wait. We want to wait now.
Everyone loved the Roman Reigns.
Like that young kid that just came up from, what's the name of the show? LFG or whatever.
Fuck that show.
No, but I'm saying that young kid that just won that,
Poop show.
he's already getting pushed into a title match with
Yeah, and he
Oma
lost.
Febby. Yeah, he lost, but he's already getting a push.
Exactly. That's because, and then NXT is better
Fucking
than
what? His second match?
NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, but I don't think it was too early for him to get a push like that. I mean, I love the guy. I love the kid. But
Well, it was
know.
but that's the thing. I didn't watch LFG. I don't really watch NXT. I watched that match. It was a great match.
right.
But I watched that match because I was like, they're really gonna give him. I just didn't have time to watch it. I know I shit on it, but I didn't have time to watch it on TV.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna
I agree
watch it
100%.
for season 2 when it comes back.
Which starts next week. Next weekend. Next
So,
Sunday. I did the, and then not Mickey James this year. It's Undertaker's wife,
Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool.
But speaking of pushes and feuds and all that shit, a feud I want to stop last month, and that should have stopped after their 4th or 3rd match together, 5th match, whatever. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Why are we beating a dead horse?
Yeah, it's done. It's over with. They made it an ending, and but I can see because what's her name never officially got her,
No,
her
she did.
rematch.
Yes, she did. She got her
I don't
rematch and
remember
she
her
fucking
getting her
lost because she sucks. Not that she sucks, but I'm just sick of seeing her.
No, she does suck. She has grown over the years. She has gotten better over the years. And remember, she is part of the bloodline.
You think? I think Tiffany's
Which
gonna.
they
drop
haven't.
the
They
belt.
don't, and they have never delved into that much.
Tiffany's gonna drop the belt to Naomi, and then I think it's gonna be before Evolution. This is my theory. It's gonna be before Evolution, and then it's gonna be, no, what fucking SummerSlam? Yeah, it's gonna be before SummerSlam. It's gonna be Naomi versus Jade at SummerSlam. I'm calling Jade wins Queen of the Ring. Naomi versus Jade. That's gonna be great. I would love to see the match for the title. I'm probably not gonna watch Evolution. I might, but I know that All In is on the day before. That's gonna be a lot of wrestling. I'm probably gonna watch it all, just because I'm a sick and twisted human being. And
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna try to watch both. And I'm happy they're bringing that back. I mean, they got enough talented ladies where, that's the all-lady one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they deserve to bring it back, and you could build a lot of stuff. I mean, it's still very talented, but like you said, I don't want to see the same matches over and over and over and over and over. I want to see some new stuff starting. I want to see new feuds and new things. And Miss Vega, who's finally, I thought they were going to take that title off her quicker than quick, but they haven't.
Yeah, she's getting a proper push, and
Right.
that's what we want. And you know what?
Right.
You know what? We don't want to stop proper pushes. You know what we do want to stop though?
What?
What chance? I'm fucking
What?
sick of.
Hey, I worked that right into that.
Yeah, good job. That was.
I'm like a pro at this.
What chance are getting to be too much? That and the we want tables. Not every show needs a table spot. You get one after the show ends.
Right.
Usually. On the
And
dark
well,
matches
now they're
when you
just trying to get them fucking tables in there because they got Slim Jims on them.
Exactly. I don't want to see.
We discussed that last week.
Yeah, and
with the
they're
little
playing
promo.
into it every time now. Oh, he just snapped into a Slim Jim table. No, like, come on, man. Let's stop with this shit.
Macho Man's turning over in his grave.
Yeah, the sponsor items are horrible. Like I said, next year's Money in the Bank, there's going to be a Minute Maid lemonade ladder. The fucking briefcase is going to have 715 logos on it. You're not even going to see Money in the Bank.
Right. And you're going to know who's going to win because they're going to pull that ladder out. Once they pull that ladder out, forget about it.
Yeah,
That's who's going to take it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck TKO. They can. You know who's also saying fuck TKO? Vincent Kennedy McMahon is looking to buy back the WWE. He owns a lot of stock
Saudi Arabia
in the in TKO.
And he can also, if he's looking to get the Saudis, because the Saudis aren't happy.
The Saudi help.
Yeah, and they're not happy with the way TKO is doing things because, again, you can't force people to do stuff that they don't want to do and this and that. Vince got them all to do it, and there's a lot of guys that just kind of won't.
Exactly.
So that would be. I really think Vince having a lot of influence in this and that. We all complain about it and this and that when he was in there and stuff like that. And yes, he did some horrible fucking shit. Probably won't be able to gain control again. But if he does, great storyline would be him firing his son-in-law. And put his daughter in charge.
I don't see why you would.
Or Shane O'Mac.
Shane was also, I seen an interview where it was like an on the street interview. Like TMZ ran into him, and they asked about it, and he was like, he does own a lot of the company, like a lot of TKO.
Right.
And then they were like, would you ever come back? And he goes, I don't know. Door's always open.
Right.
He said he's also open to working with AEW. I guess he went and he had a meeting with them.
Yes, I've heard he's had numerous meetings, and a lot of it is money.
Mm-hmm.
And this and that. I mean, I don't blame Shane. Whoever's going to give you the most money is the place that you're going to want to go. I mean, that's when you get old. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's the meat and potatoes of everything. Is you're gonna go wherever you want it. Yeah, and that's how Tony Khan is, and he's not gonna. He's gonna be nice about it, but if he doesn't want you, he doesn't want you. Plain and simple.
Right.
Speaking of Tony Khan.
That's because Tony Khan is a wrestling fan. You see, Vince, the biggest difference between Vince McMahon and Tony Khan.
I was gonna talk about that too. I didn't put that on my notes, but I'm gonna bring that up after this.
But let me finish.
Yeah.
The biggest difference is Vince McMahon was born into the business. And Tony Khan is a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the two different. I mean, everybody, you can go down the line of how they are different and this and that, But he was gifted this.
Yes. So at All In on July whatever, there will be a unification match between Kenny the Cleaner Omega and Kazuchika the Rainmaker Okada and it's an All In title, All in, everyone, winner takes all, whatever. This is the belt. This belt is.
It's pretty.
I'll tell you right now. This name, stupid. Intercontinental was right there, but I'm pretty sure WWE owns the rights to Intercontinental.
Right.
Because it would have been.
What's the name of it? I didn't catch the name of it.
The Unified Champion. So it's the Unified Championship. Which is... What I'm hoping is I hope these, like the AEW title, I hope these come out and you can switch these with like the personalized side plates. But then these, I don't want these. You can see these aren't changing. There's no screws on these. Kenny Omega's side hitting the One Wing Angel, and Kazuchika Okada's side hitting the Rainmaker. It's a homage. It's an homage to their feud in general. Or the countless amounts
which has been years and years. And the majority of it's been in Japan, where unless you watched it,
countless amounts of matches, countless amounts of years, and it all is coming to an end.
If you remember, us getting up at like, what was it, 3, 4 a.m. to watch fucking that match in Japan.
Mm-hmm. So there was that.
I think it was number 2. But
so that's the.
I mean, those are the two guys that got me into watching, like New Japan Wrestling and all that good shit.
And I don't know if you've even seen this. I seen this earlier. I meant to send it to you. John Moxley is getting sued.
Oh, really?
A former production crew member is suing John Moxley and AEW. Christopher Dispenza is suing Moxley for civil battery and assault after Moxley shoving him down in an unplanned spot on May 10th, 2023. He's seeking $25,000 in compensation.
So it took him 2 years to bring up the lawsuit? What was they waiting for?
I'm going to show you this clip. It's just so funny. Hold on. I got to...
Oh, they're going to show us pushing him down?
Graphic warning.
Invigorated, the toughest man alive, John Moxley.
Hey, Bryan Danielson, both these guys are tough.
Well, he obviously was in the way.
Screwdriver here.
We took a screwdriver from him.
Moxley with the
The nail
screwdriver
can.
in hand.
Just in case.
I think he's had himself a little screwdriver here.
John Moxley.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so,
It's graphic.
Hey,
Big old push.
Bryan Danielson,
Ready?
both
yeah, it's not our fault.
are tough.
Yeah. Learn how to bump, pussy.
Screwdriver here.
You want 25 grand for that?
I could take that bump. All right?
Yeah.
Fucking shove me down to the ground. I'm not asking $25,000. What? You fucking idiot.
Right.
Oh. Just, like, come on. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I mean, I get it. It wasn't planned, but, like, 2 years later, because you know Mox is... I don't know. I get it, but I don't. It's just like the lady who got hit by the ATV. You know what I'm saying? Is like,
Right.
accidents happen. Yeah, it's crazy that it's just
Exactly.
surfacing now.
Right, and that's what I don't understand.
It's just...
So,
Yeah, he should have, like, and I'm sure the way I see John Moxley, and I've seen John Moxley live in person. I'm sure he apologized afterwards. I'm sure he was like, "Hey, man, my bad."
I was in the moment, and it seemed right to maybe push him.
Exactly.
I right there, I saw a spot. Probably was fucking people were messing with him outside, or something.
Oh yeah.
I just don't see 25 grand worth of, he got
25.
pushed.
I don't see 25 grand. Maybe 10.
10,
about it.
15, But if you waited this long, why you wait this long? 2 years, I mean.
Did you delete that?
Unless he's been let go from the company now and this and that. Now he wants to get money from somebody,
Yeah, could be. I was looking for this actual tweet because that was the next thing on our topics, but I'm not seeing it. But I know what it is. As everyone knows, or as everyone should know, we are going to the Blitzkrieg Luau here on the 29th of June.
Yeah, but I mean, you see it all the time.
Go ask Gary. Get Gary in here. Ask him his opinion. Ask him if he'd be suing for $25K if he took a bump.
No, he wouldn't. That would be like it's like an honor to take a bump from a guy,
I mean, yeah, get
especially like John Moxley. You know what I mean?
His paycheck, and I think
Right.
it could have been settled behind closed doors.
Right. And probably something was said or done back then, and the guy he's pissed off now.
Yeah, I get it. Now, I get both sides. I understand. I get it.
But if you're out there and you're trying to stay out of the way, you kind of are trained. This and that. Kind of like trained like that. These guys are supposed to be invisible. The majority of them, unless they're going to be in the storyline.
They should, yeah. Well, but that brings up another thing. Is like if, say, he wasn't trained at all, he should that should be a thing ongoing forward from now on. If you're going to be a ringside person, even if you're just stepping in for the night, train that night. Okay, if things get out of hand, maybe, because you've seen it multiple times where superstars will do moves like off the ropes and they'll hit a cameraman in the face.
Right.
So. Mox just got to calm the fuck down.
But if he was just right. If he was just supposed to grab the screwdriver, that's all he did. And that guy no-sold.
That guy wasn't holding the
screwdriver. If that was the deal.
Yeah, exactly. Our next topic we are going to talk about. We're going to talk about a raffle that Blitzkrieg Pro is going to be doing at their event at the Luau that we will be participating in and going to. All the money will be going to Jeff Cannonball and his ALS GoFundMe. They're going to be raffling off.
Hey, we missed you guys, huh?
This is a King of the Trios. It's a Trios medal. I want to say it's from like Shakara or something like that. I don't know the promotion. But then there's also going to be a chance to win the Blitzkrieg Bedlam Championship. The original Bedlam Championship.
That's right. Right. We're
And
walking home with them.
I didn't mean to save the image. Open the image in a new tab. This. Hell yeah. See, I try to post everywhere. But these side plates are being held on by fucking zip ties. And I think it's the coolest thing ever. You good over there, old man? Hey, doing
Yeah,
something.
I'm good.
Pay attention.
Okay. Sorry. Just reading the mail.
Yeah. Totally gotta do that. Hey, hey, it happens. I've been there, I've done that. But look at this championship. It is being held on by zip ties. It is just.
Yeah, it's a piece of history, though.
It is a piece of
that
history.
I wouldn't mind having.
Last held by this
Yeah.
guy right here. This is the last person to hold it.
Yeah.
That
TJ
championship
Crawford.
specifically was TJ
Right,
Crawford.
then they changed it.
They changed it. They have a new title now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I fuck with it zip tied because it looks sick. Do they have a picture of the one with CPA has? I don't think they do.
I'm not sure.
Did CPA hold this one? Okay, so the last person that held it was CPA. CPA had that one. CPA versus Dijak. We were supposed to go to that show. I didn't go.
Right. But I mean, we're getting kind of getting away of that. That's a piece of history, and the guys are doing so great stuff for Mr. Cannonball, and it's going to be a great show, and hopefully we can get a couple of things into it, and I would wear that home proudly over my shoulder.
As we're
And of course, if David wins it, he's going to have to give it to me.
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm leaving out of here on the 25th of the month, and I will be there for the 29th.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, we're going to be going to the show. It's the luau, and we've been doing the luau for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So, you obviously haven't been here. I'm gonna go out. I got a personal shirt made that says, "I drove 800 miles to get laid at the luau." I'm planning on doing a whole entire vlog for the.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a whole vlog for it and putting it up, and we'll let everybody know in the Discord where you can go. It's going to be in the Wrestle Talk YouTube page.
There you go. That's our new Wrestle Talk YouTube page. It's where you can find all of the past podcasts and
the new podcast, which we're doing a lot of work on and putting them up as soon as a couple of days after we do them.
I can't find this video, so I'm just gonna pull this up.
So, but that show is us fans. We're trying, we're trying to get it all working out and this and that and getting back. We're trying to get RTPW back up and running too.
Yep, once we have enough people on RTPW. But we'll say that for the end of the show. I want to get into this next thing because it was one of the coolest things. Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling held a wrestling event on Father's Day called the Father's Day Classic. It's the 4th annual. Now you're saying, oh, Father's Day was yesterday. Who cares? Well, if you look right here, this little space right there, you'll see David and Pops on the wrestling flyer for
Right.
the Father's Day Classic, right next to our boy Sammy Diaz.
Right.
Right there. So cool. We're also right here, I didn't even notice, wearing our Zach Monstar shirts.
Yeah.
Just noticed that. We're on that print, and we're on this print right here and right here. Pretty
Right, and those prints are going to be available.
prints are going to be available.
And,
I'm going to buy one as soon as I can.
Right, there's a poster size, like event thing, and yeah, it's going to be nice.
It was that was Pops' Father's Day surprise. I did not think that we were going to get picked for it because there was a lot of comments. But to see that they used 2 of our images is pretty fucking awesome. Shout out Pioneer Valley Pro. Keeping the
One of the Pioneer Valley Pro is one of the ones that we haven't made it to, but it's everybody wrestling there that we know.
Yeah, we know a lot of the people there.
Love. Yeah. I know their former sound guy too.
Gary. I mentioned him earlier.
I know.
But
I live with it.
we have a luau update for like this. I think this will be like the final. But you everyone knows card is subject to change. You know, you also get, you know, the surprises while you're there. But we got Priscilla Kelly versus Charles Mason. Bryce Donovan versus Dijak. Cruel versus CPA for the Bedlam Championship. The mother of all scrambles. The announcements so far are Javi, the Notorious Mimi, Ryan Mooney, Spike, and Will Strauss. He was just announced recently. Then we have Andy Brown versus Sammy Diaz in a grudge match. A first time ever Fans Bring the Pool Toys East Coast Bastard Crew versus the Ancestral City Shooters. The first time it's going to be a tag team match.
Amen.
And
It's going to be fucking insane.
and it's the first time that me and Pops are bringing a pool toy, which we'll get into that after we go over the card. And then we have B3TJC, Becca and TJ Crawford versus our boys, the Miracle Generation, for the Blitzkrieg Pro Tag Team Championships. Fucking stacked card. It's the biggest event of the year for Blitzkrieg Pro.
Right. Blitzkrieg's WrestleMania.
Blitzkrieg's WrestleMania. It's the biggest show of the summer. I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait. I look forward to that show every year.
I can't wait. Shit. Fuck.
I'll bring this up for to show. This is my shirt that I'm bringing to the luau. Pretty sick. You know, lays and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Do I have? I don't know if I have yours. Bring it over here.
Don't you have them?
No, I'm going to pick them up tomorrow. I'm not going to pick them up tomorrow. My mother is going to pick them up tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you gotta have a copy of mine.
I do not. It's on my Facebook. Hold on. But yeah, that's mine. Pops is a little different because he's not driving 800 miles.
No. I hope you get laid.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
If not, I already got a good lay. You know what I mean? We'll buy one beforehand. I think I still have my lay from a couple years back.
So this image is very... It's not the best image, but you'll get the gist of it. This is Pops' shirt. This is a picture of us from our first luau. And then he's got the palm trees and the Blitzkrieg Pro. So that will be Pops' shirt.
And it's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Pops is already packing his shit. He's at.
Oh no, it's in the bag that it's stuff that's going to be washed, so I can pack it.
I know, but I'm saying
This and
that's just how excited and
I'm excited.
much
yeah,
looking
I'm-
forward we are to this. Like we said, it's one of the biggest shows of the year. When they announced Priscilla Kelly, it was literally like 3 days after she got released.
Right.
So
Really
awesome.
Exciting.
Um,
And just the building we're going to, the House of Pierogies. Is it called that still?
no, it's called the Williamstown Hall.
But that House of Pierogies was when I was younger. I lived right down the street from there. So I used to go to I used to go there all the time. And downstairs, where I believe is still a bar or something. It was a Legion, American Legion. So my buddy Tony used to drink there a lot. Your Uncle Tony used to drink there all the time. I used to have to go up and find him and bring him home. If he wasn't there, he was at T-ville. Gloria would make me come and find him wherever he was. So I just got a lot of memories of that place and that building. And I don't have a bad memory in that building. Yeah.
I do have a bad memory in that building.
So. Yeah? What was that?
The bad memory in that building is the night that we thought that Blitzkrieg was never going back there. And I tell that story
like a son of a bitch.
when I fucking the usual. So I'll tell the story now. The usual leaving a Blitzkrieg show was getting the Uber, talk about it, talk about the show on the way home, get home, order Domino's. The Domino's would come. Me and Pops would sit in my room, eat the Domino's, talk about the show, laugh, giggle, and be like, "Oh, that fucking spot was crazy. That spot was insane." And then we go to bed happy and like, yeah. The night that Blitzkrieg said that they weren't coming back,
Coming back again.
I cried, Pops cried, got in the Uber, didn't fucking talk to each other really, got home, went to our separate rooms, went to bed. There was no eating.
Yeah, there was no
Domino's,
eating. There was no nothing that night 'cause it was like depressing.
Somber.
It was like this was something we started to do together, and that now it was being taken away from us for no apparent reason.
Yeah, because they had other shows, but the other shows were in like 2 hours away, an hour and a half away, this amount away, and I didn't want to Uber that much because that's a shit ton of money.
Right.
But
And then it was like what, 2-3 months.
yeah, and then I moved, and then they announced it. Their show Home was back in May.
Right.
And I wept like a child, telling my mother I had to go to it. And she was like,
and we did.
"It's okay, we understand." And I said, "No, you don't understand." I said, "You weren't there that night. You don't understand that the feeling in that room went from ecstatic to
Ecstatic to fucking crying and Larry saying that,
to sad, and then us chanting Leary and saying that he's the best and all this shit. It's just good moments come out of.
Right. Women don't understand men in their wrestling.
Oh, there was another thing I didn't have on the
Well,
topic.
thanks. We try not to. Well, I mean, we change clothes, but other than that,
Who knows about Pops?
I might have been wearing a shirt for 3 or 4 days.
Big announcement from Athena, going back to the women's wrestling. Remember we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Big announcement from her.
Hello, minions. Hello, wrestling fans around the world. I am the fallen goddess, the American Joshi, AEW star, and the forever ROH champion, Athena. And I'm here to address my future in the world of women's wrestling. Specifically, as an owner of Metroplex Wrestling, the best weekly wrestling show in all of Texas, and we've been running strong for over 15 years. So, I'm announcing my passion project, something that I'm extremely passionate about, women's wrestling in Texas.
That's a good one.
Now I am going to give all the women in Texas and around the world an opportunity to be seen, to be heard, to showcase their talents like we have never seen before on our new regular women's wrestling show. And the very first one is on August 9th, and I'm calling it...
Pretty exciting that is on August 9th.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, first show post AEW. We've been trying to get... I've been trying to get Abaddon booked for a fucking Blitzkrieg show. I want to see Abaddon versus Gabby. I think that match would be
That would be very
amazing.
good. Yes. Okay. It's time to look to see what time it was. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have to make my dinner.
Well, we're pretty much done here, other than...
Shout outs.
Yeah, other than shoutouts. Yes, woman.
You start. You start this
I
one.
know. I know when I start. I have to go into my Discord. I sent myself an article to give my
Okay.
Pride Month shoutouts. So I'll start with my Pride Month shoutouts. I will go Tony Storm, Sunny Kiss, Anthony Bowens, Giselle Shaw, and Kid Bandit. Those are my 5 for the LGBTQ shoutouts. But my shoutouts this week, I had like 2 in mind, but I forgot. Shout out my boy, Shaq So Rude, here on Twitch. My coworker. He plays multiple games and stuff like that, but I always watch him play Call of Duty. You go over and give him a follow. He follows us. We like to support people who support us. So that's my first shout out of the night. Shout out number 2. Fuck. I literally had two shout outs in my head, but I completely forgot. I will shout out
We just talked about this like an hour ago.
no, we didn't.
Okay, last night.
Shout out. All right. Shout out to Blitzkrieg Pro. Cannot wait for the luau. And shout out to Pioneer Valley Pro again for putting us on the flyer, making a childhood dream a reality.
Right, and it was a great Father's Day gift, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So, you're done. I can start now.
Oh, and shout out to Will Ospreay and Alex Windsor. They're engaged. Will Ospreay got engaged, and
You want to just shout out everything?
Corey Graves and Carmella are having a baby boy.
Did I see that the baseball thing? I see. I seen somebody having a child reveal. It
I
was a
don't
baseball
know.
thing.
I seen it was posted an hour ago.
Oh, I think it was somebody in the wrestling world. They threw a baseball and he hit it and it was blue, exploded blue. But okay, so now my shout outs. Shout out number 1 to all the fathers. You know, I know it's a day after, but still, you know, I didn't get officially say anything or anything. But anybody out there that's a father, and even cat dads, David, because David got a hey, you count less yesterday because he has a cat. You know, it don't matter. You know, if you're a father, I just want to give a shout out. And the next one is this is something I learned today. That I want to give a shout out to my physical therapist, Catherine. She is was my last day with her today. Boy, but right before the show, and she had me sweating. My armpits I do probably smell, and this and that. And but she's worked all the way, got me to where I'm ready for the show, and this and that. And I was told that I got to make sure I send her pictures of me and David together and stuff like that, even though she's no longer going to be my physical therapist. You know, she wants to keep updated on my progress and what's going on. And for the third shout out, see, I had 2 already ready, but the third one, I'm gonna grab at it, and I'm gonna say my third one. I want to give it to CPA and Cruel. I can't wait for that match. You know, I'm like drooling over that match and this and that. So, and all the guys in Blitzkrieg and this and that. So that would be my shout out there. But even more better, I want to do that every week. I say the same thing probably sometimes. But everybody that comes and watches the shows and goes to the YouTubes and hits the little like button and this and that and that. You know, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, and we have so much fun doing it. I know it seems like, you know, as far as me and David are concerned, it's like a headache, and it's like, yeah, no. We get all nervous, but then once we get on here and we get it rolling and strolling, you know, good times. So thank y'all.
Yeah. The unspoken shout out. Thank you to everyone who comes by. We appreciate it more than anyone knows. We don't know about next week's stream yet because I don't have my schedule until tomorrow. I will keep everybody updated in the Discord. If you are not,
it will be probably days before he leaves.
Yeah, days before I leave, of course. If you're not in the Discord, ! Discord in the chat. We will see you guys next week.